What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching The Road to Beast Wars. This is just a web series where we're talking about the production of Transformers Rise of the Beasts. This is episode number 9, and in this episode, as the title suggests, we're going to do a comparison between Optimus Prime from the 2018 Bumblebee film and Optimus Prime from Transformers Rise of the Beasts, coming out in theaters next year on June 24th, 2022. And we don't have any official promotional images of Optimus Prime. We only have behind the scenes stills from people who have been walking by, or extras or fans who have been watching the filming in Montreal. But we do have, of course, an official still from the Bumblebee movie where, of course, Optimus Prime and Bumblebee as a Camaro were rolling out on the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. It's an amazing shot. I love that shot so much, and I got this high-res still from the movie, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to do a comparison between the two and highlight the differences. We've only talked about some of the differences, but I think it'd be a great idea, especially right now, to see the differences, the physical differences of each version of Optimus in this I know reboot is such a sensitive word right now, but I'm just gonna say it in this reboot of Transformers, okay? So let's just pull up the photos and let's jump right into it. So on the left, I have a behind the scenes a photo from Transformers Rise of the Beast, and on the right, we got the still from Bumblebee. So let's just start from top to bottom. First of all, they're both Freightliners, okay? Second, we got a sun visor on the Rise of the Beast version. No sun visor on the Bumblebee version. Not sure why they decided to include that. And of course, we know that with every film, Optimus Prime and recurring characters gotta go through changes. Okay, they gotta go through changes for merchandising reasons, and also just to give the character not a fresh new look, but at least a bit of an upgraded look. But at the end of the day, they're just trying to sell more toys, okay? But let's just go with that. And once again, like I said, sun visors on the left, no sun visor on the right. And if you look closely in the middle of that upper grille, the Autobot Insignia is right there on the Rise of the Beast version. It was never on the Optimus in the Bumblebee version. I actually just noticed that. Of course, the most obvious thing is the Grille Guard, okay? That really changes the look of Optimus Prime the most. It didn't exist in Bumblebee, and it does really change up that. I think they had to remove that front chrome panel at the bottom in order to install that Grille Guard on. So that's a major difference. The Grille Guard has headlights on it, as you can see right there, right in the middle. Next up. The Bumblebee version of Optimus Prime does have these lights just under the side mirrors. Okay, they cleaned it up a bit. They didn't include that in the Rise of the Beast version. Now I noticed that there are these metal panels. I'm not sure what purpose they serve. I'm sure some of the experts in trucking can explain that to me and the proper terminology. But there are these panels over here and here. I'm not sure what purpose they serve, but there's two of them. One of them on the back and the side, and another one near the front. And that never existed on the Bumblebee version. Now this is something that is that has a lot of discussion, and that is the fact that the silver strip or the gray strip goes diagonal. That's something that I'll take some time to get used to, especially when I have the other one right next to it, and especially when the Bumblebee version is full-on accurate to G1, like full-on accurate to the actual toy, but they decided to change it up, and I don't know why they decided to do that, to give it that diagonal stripe as opposed to going straight. Like, to some people, especially non-fans of G1, they won't care. But when you really think about it, it's right there. Like, you have the Freightliner right there. Why did they change that? I understand when you want to add things to that, but why change something that already exists? You know, that's something that I won't understand the thought process behind that. So that's why I feel like I talk the most about that. And that's why I have the strongest feeling about that. Like, why did they decide to to have the strip go diagonal? You know, it's even, I don't know if this is even possible, but, you know, it's possible that this could be the exact same physical truck. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. It could be, but if it is, that means they would have to repaint the whole thing and make the stripe go upwards. All right, so it could be a totally different truck. It could be the same truck. I don't know, but that's that. It looks very close. It looks very, very close to the original truck. I think that the hubcaps are different on the front. I think it is, because those spikes, I don't know what they're called. They stick out a little bit more. But there's a lot of things that are very identical, like that the steps that you need to get into the truck, like they're identical. They're totally identical. And those handlebars for to open the door, that's totally identical. I think the side mirrors look identical. I'm not 100% sure, but it does look like that there's this metal panel that goes, like a cover that goes over the wheels. The one in the Bumblebee one actually looks larger and it covers the wheels more. However, if you look on the Rise of the Beast version, it's much shorter. It only goes like halfway, whereas the Bumblebee version goes a lot more, if you can see right there. So that's quite interesting. Smokestacks look the same. Obviously, there's no trailer. I don't think that the trailer is going to exist in the Rise of the Beast version. I just don't think it is. We can't really see the excuse me. We can't really see the back part of it, and we can't see if it was actually blue in the Bumblebee version. But it's very, very, very blue in the Rise of the Beast version. So so they really like made that stand out a lot more to give it that G1 look, and I really appreciate that. I love that they decided to add that detail to it. And I think that's about it. You know, with the inclusion of the Grille Guard, it takes away those headlights you see in the bottom left and the bottom right. So that changes it completely. Now, my big question about this is that how does the Grille Guard affect the transformation? And how will it look on his robot mode? And I'm just going to throw this out here. I think the Grille Guard actually splits in half. All right? I think that, you know, his of course, you know, his chest, I think his chest actually splits. But I think the Grille Guard will actually split in half and then fold. That's what I think. Because it just looks like, well, it's not obviously not going to stay as one piece intact, right? And, you know, the Transformers are kind of like organic, semi-organic robotic matter. So, like, it does look like physically, like with regards to physics, it looks like it's going to split up and then fold over, because you don't want it looking like, even if it's split up, it still feels like, well, that's a very protruding piece, like it will stick out a lot, right? So I think that it kind of closes in on itself and then just minimizes its appearance. All right, so that's very, very interesting. Besides that, it looks very, very close. It does look like it is the exact same truck, but they decided to paint a diagonal strip on it, add those metal panels, increase the size of those wheel covers that go above it, and remove the chrome panel at the bottom and replace it with this hulking Grille Guard. All right? So the Grille Guard and the diagonal paint are the two biggest differences. Sun visor included, but that doesn't bother me as much, actually, because it doesn't stick out. It doesn't stand out so much. But, you know, if I were to prefer which one, I would still say the Bumblebee version, but I love the fact that, you know, with the exclusion of the trailer, I love the fact that the back part is blue. Like, it just feels like, okay, you know that is not a robot in disguise, okay? That is just so obvious. But I love it. I really do love it. And, of course, seeing Optimus Prime for the first time, seeing an image like this for the first time, it just really like, oh, you know, he's back. We know he's back, but just seeing him, you know, I'm so jealous of the fans in Montreal who got to see that in person, and who especially got to take a photo of Optimus Prime in person, because like that is it. I've taken photo and stood next to the Western Star version, and that was amazing, and it was an amazing experience, right? It was just like what's up, Optimus? How's it going? But then once you're standing next to this one, you're like, okay, all right, you got me. My childhood is like, I'm a kid again. So there you have it. Anyways, so that's today's episode. Which one do you like more? Let me know in the comments section below. What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? How do you feel about the differences? How do you feel about the stripe? How do you feel about the Grille Guard, the sun visor? Those are the three most obvious changes. And how do you feel about the Autobot logo being right there? I'll be completely honest. It's a little bit out of place for me. I know they needed to put it somewhere in the middle, right? But I felt that the way they did it in the Western Star version and the Peterbilt version was very, very good. Like they actually machined a part. So I mean the Autobot logo, so that it's actually part of the front grille. Like they actually made it part of it. Okay, and it integrated so well. On the other hand, this Autobot Insignia just looks like they bought it at some car store and just plopped it on. I mean, doesn't it feel that way? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just felt like, you know, this is like a separate part. Let's just slap it on. Let's just peel the sticker off the back and just slap it on, and hopefully it stays on. That's what it feels like. I don't know. I just felt like there could have been a different way to do that. Perhaps they could have like molded or machined a Autobot logo right into the Grille Guard. I mean, that would have actually, I think it might have looked even better if they did it that way. But anyways, that's that. That's all I'm gonna say. Actually, wouldn't it be cool if they just had the Autobot logo just appear, like it just kind of materializes when it's like when it needs to reveal itself, like, you know, those rub-on insignias? That would be super cool if they did that, but they decided to go with this version. But anyways, it's all good. I'm just happy to see that Optimus is back, and he's got this really cool G1 form, and I'm really excited about that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time, and my name is Alex Yu, and I'll see you next time in the next episode. Peace.